chillin' in Alaska, swarming in Atlanta, vultures out in Beemore, they Kira, Carolina, they wildin' in Chicago, howlin' down in Big D, Mile High in Denver, that Tallahassee pride is deep, they lunching in Vancouver, Desperados shooting, the renegades on the loose, the hyenas looting, gold out in QC, who higher than them sparrows, the furies swooping in divine order for the pharaohs, Indy on the rise, the sharks about to mash, gladiators, knights and Aztecs about to clash. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. First and 10, I'm so aggressive. The end zone, the game plan, no pressure. They gotta pay me how they measure me. You know these haters on my back like the referee. You know I'm in it to win it. Game day, I'm about my business, I gotta get it. So I'm all about my ends. And these non-stop wins. They can't touch us, can't touch us. We turning up on these suckers. You know the D brought the ruckus. Cause we tighter than the huddles. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. Third down is going down. Round the pound, oh, we gotta air them out. That's why I gotta hit the route. Hit the flat if I catch it, then I'm out. 40 inches gotta take. YOLO, just no pump fake. So tighten up and hit the power high. The audible and draw them off sides.
Ryan Michaels gets a block midfield. Ryan Michaels, he could be gone. Trying to be comfortable behind, he will not. Touchdown, Houston.
Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party.
Yola shakes it. Oh my goodness, and Yola gets away. Giant Yola on the first play for Tallahassee is going to score again. Left side, Odom gets away. Odom breaks another tackle. Ash Odom, you've got to be kidding me. Big chase, 10-5 touchdown. Oh my word.
Tonight, it's a rematch of Week 1's opening night game from the SFL convention. The unbeaten, defending champion Alaska Storm, holding an SFL record for consecutive victories, takes on the one-loss Aztecs, hoping to avenge that loss to the Storm 7 weeks ago. It's the fan night game of the week you all wanted and all have been waiting for. The rematch, Alaska at Mexico City, starts right now. Welcome to Estadio Azteca for tonight's fan night game of the week between the 7-0 Alaska Storm and the 5-1 Mexico City Aztecs. Alongside Stephen Mullinex, I am Cameron Irvine. How you doing, Stephen?
I am doing great, Cam. Great to be here in Mexico City for this monster of a matchup. These two went head-to-head in our opening game of Week 1, and that was a beast of a game. We're hoping to have the same thing here as Mexico City brings in a 5-1 record. Their only loss to these Alaska Storm And as far as the Storm is concerned, 7-0, the undefeated monster coming into Mexico City.
Getting the chat shout-outs in early. Vancouver Legion, True Shot Collar 1, XDA Brown Knight, Mexico City Aztecs, Biotech the King, Denver Nightwings, Iceman Gervin 44, Crazy 8s 2000, Mr. 23, all in the house and many more. We are all geared up. I'm happy to be back after missing Friday night. Work is a killer. This is the fun stuff. Cole Varner's got the ball on the tee in the hand in the air. Mexico City, kick it. We're underway. This a 5-yard into the end zone kick.
Wow.
And Jeff Como says, I am not dealing with that. And Ron Cochran will start from the 20.
Yeah, we don't see many of those, Cam, where they actual touchbacks here in the SFL. A lot of these returners like to get gutsy, try to get those yards.
Cole Varner, an MVP candidate. We've said that a couple of weeks, but I mean it's legitimate. As Alaska in the blue helmets, white jerseys, red pants with the blue numbers. Look at the time for Cochran. He ends up having to check it down to Nordellis, and that got no gain. Mexico City in all green tonight with the white numbers and red trims, 2nd and 10.
Well, Ron Cochran, as we all know, one of the top quarterbacks here in the SFL. Cam, he completes 78% of his passes, has done so this season, the most accurate quarterback here in the SFL.
Eric JDWA cheering the 62 bits for R62. Why are we encouraging him?
Wow.
At the 20, back to pass Cochran. Deep ball now near side on the out route. Como picks up 6. Jeff Como enjoying a banner year.
Yeah, 40 receptions, 585 yards, and 4 touchdowns this year. But you're right. I think one of the more intriguing third wide receivers here in the SFL. And if he hits the waiver wire or he hits free agency this coming off season, there are going to be a lot of takers out there.
3rd down and 4 at the 26. 3 receivers for Alaska in a split back set. Handoff to Williams. Williams got the first down as Jack Brown was trying to prevent the Storm from moving the sticks.
Well, the unusual contracted fullback has continued to prove that Alaska is right investing in him, averaging 4.8 yards a carry. That's a piece of cake for him as the bulking fullback there powers through for the first down.
Alaska, 2 backs, 2 receivers. Williams, not much there. Picked up just 1. Jeffrey Daggs coming in to support. Alaska's offensive stars. Wide receivers, Jeff Como, number 13. Robert Merrill, number 18. And, of course, number 88, Optimus Klein. The fullback is Jason Williams, number 34. And, of course, Cochran is number 3. Brad Bretchett, the kicker, wears number 4. Cochran now out of the gun on 2nd down and 9. And that pass caught by Nordellis. And Nordellis, with a lot of space up the middle, picks up 8 to the Storm 39-yard line.
Well, the Storm are near perfection on 3rd down, leading the SFL right now at 62% converting on these 3rd downs. Tops in the league, and they have been for quite some time.
3rd down and 1 at the 39-yard line. Storm 6th play of their first drive. And the handoff goes to Williams, and Williams has the first down at the 43-yard line. So the Aztecs making him earn it. And I have a feeling that this is going to be an ultimate chess match this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, the Storm making it look easy against the number 2 scoring defense here in the SFL, allowing only 15 points per game. And also number 2 in defensive yards allowed, 290 a game. And Alaska is making it, like I said, look easy right now.
Cochran changed the play at the line. Now far side, drifts that one over the outstretched arms of King Wallace. Klein with his first reception tonight. Pickup of 6. 100 biddies for Max Jackson.
Well, there, Cochran with the pillowy, soft touch, able to float that ball over the defender's hands. And, Cochran's not really known for having this powerful cannon, but really more for pinpoint accuracy. And they're, able to really drop it in the basket.
Two backs, two receivers for Cochran. Handoff Williams. Williams got the first down and a little bit more to the Aztec 46-yard line. That is 3 first down runs for Williams on the opening drive.
And the seas really parted there for Williams and have for all of those, tough middle runs that he's been running. I like what the Storm's been doing. They've been looking to their passing game on the outside and running towards the inside.
Where is everyone tonight here? A slow-moving crowd over to Twitch as the fan night matchup of the ages here going on in Mexico. Klein with his second reception. That picks up about 16. Longest play of this opening drive for Alaska. That was play number 9.
And Cochran, the ultimate game manager. The guy just does everything that you want. It's really efficient. He's going to put the ball in a situation where the wide receiver is going to be able to catch it. He's just the complete package under center here as a champion.
This is a 4-minute drive to start the game for Alaska. Cochran going to throw again. Cochran down the middle of the field, a little bit outside the hands of Robert Merrill, his first target of the evening.
Yeah, and I think the defender there for Mexico City actually interfered with his route a little bit there. Not intentionally, just kind of blocked him, and that therefore made the timing between Cochran and the receiver just a little bit off.
Mix RR with the 200 biddies. 6:56 to go. Biddies all over the place here in the first quarter. Cochran deep drop back, now fires short into very heavy coverage. Pablo Zamora was in the vicinity as Cochran was looking for a drag route that went awry. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, Zamora nearly gets his first interception on the season there. It's in perfect position to pick that ball off. Look how he gets in front of the receiver there. Boy, it's just a surprise he didn't come away with that ball.
How does he not have a pick? He's too good not to have a pick this year.
Yeah, those things are just ebb and flows. Sometimes you can be walled out for an entire season, and then all of a sudden you just get a trio of them. You just never know.
3rd down and 10. This is play 12 on the drive as Cochran floats it, and a weird looking pass there from Ron Cochran. Steven, it's almost like the ball slipped out of his hands. It took forever to get over there.
Well, I am going to attribute more to what the Aztecs are doing on defense. They've come up, and you can see their defenders not playing back. They're attacking where they believe the football is going to be, and it's caused this 4th down.
Brechet with a 46-yard field goal following a 4-minute, 11-second drive that was either 12 or 13 plays. Lost track there a little bit at the end. Brechet's field goal is up and good. Plenty of distance. Alaska is on the board first at 3-0. B Funked just subscribed with Twitch Prime. And so much coming the way to subscribers of the channel now that we are Twitch partner. First time, Steven, you and I have been on the air since we got Twitch partnership.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? Finally, we have an opportunity for fans not to get all the benefits of partnership and to really even be more a part of our community. But for me, being able to stream at a lower setting is going to allow me to watch so many more games.
Heck of a move there, as we'll finally get to not have to deal with those customer complaints that are always so much fun to deal with in the middle of games. 6:40 to go in the first, and if you can't watch on 144p, you need to figure your life out. 6:40 to go. Matt Wilson, the Hall of Famer, is on the field for the first time tonight after the Aztec defense held the Storm to just 3 points. Ray Bentley's in the backfield, and the handoff goes to Ray, and look at Ray go. Picks up 9 before the first touch. That is Ryan Tobin bringing him down at the 36-yard line.
Well, for those of us that have been fans of the Aztecs for so long, Ray Bentley has clearly been the superstar that everyone has followed. But for me, the story about this season in Mexico City is what a subdued performance we're getting out of quarterback Matt Wilson. 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, completing 68% of his passes. This is a Hall of Fame quarterback, and he's kind of taking a back seat, but Mexico City's still winning.
And off to Bentley, and Bentley gets roughed up by DJ Majesty in the backfield. What a hit for Majesty, the former Hyena.
Yeah, slicing through the offensive line there and through all that traffic to identify his target. Brings up a pretty big 3rd and 1 here.
Dominguez highlighted. Mexico City hopes that he isn't highlighted all night. 3rd down and 1. They're going to give it off to Bentley again on a trap. Bentley's got a 1st down. And what guts Mexico City has to run trap plays against Dominguez. They trust that offensive line, and the Aztecs move the chains.
Yeah, like you said, the big uglies up front really moving Big Sexy out of the way to give Bentley plenty of space. But look, the Storm defense has shown they can stop Bentley behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be, one of those back and forth battles to watch all night.
1st and 10 of the 42. 5:08 to go in the first. 3-0 Storm. Wilson to throw for the first time today. A bit of a wobbler, but that pass is caught by K.L. Barrett, the ever-reliable Barrett. 1st down to the Storm 43-yard line.
Well, Barrett, the leading receiver on an Aztecs team that actually ranks 20th in passing offense. Bentley, 30 receptions, 395 yards, and only 2 touchdowns on the season. This is a receiver core, Cam, that hasn't got a lot of opportunities, but they seem to be building as the season progresses.
Well, it's almost like Wilson wants to throw the football like that. I mean, I don't even know how you get to throw a football like that, as Bentley can't pick up anything there. The running lanes are closing because DJ Majesty is actually bottling them up. He's been their top defensive player tonight.
Yeah, you know what makes Majesty's job a lot easier is when you have Dominguez in front of you destroying offensive linemen. That just opens up all these different lanes for your linebackers. They don't have to worry about getting blocked when the blockers are all concerned about Big Sexy.
2nd and 10, Wilson near side, caught by Barrett on the sideline. His 2nd catch picks up 8, 3rd down and 2 at the 36.
And one of the biggest benefits of not really having a lot of offensive firepower is the fact that you don't turn the ball over much. And the Aztecs are number 1 in the league through 6 games, a total of 6 turnovers.
2 backs and 2 receivers. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Storm up 3, but the Aztecs driving into Cole Varner range, and they won't get the 1st down. A.J. Francis comes over to make the stop, and now Mexico City has a choice. Will Varner kick a 52-yarder here?
Ooh, I don't see, he's 19 of 19 on the season.
Wow.
100% field goal percentage, but they're gonna opt for field position, Cam.
I'm surprised because they kicked in this direction, and he got it 5 yards deep in the end zone, which would suggest they have maybe a little bit of wind at their back.
Yeah.
And no field goal opportunity, and then the punt goes into the end zone, is escorted into the end zone by Dan Ramirez. That Mexico City defense has King Wallace, cornerback number 24, and Fran Agawa, number 38 on the outside. 2 very talented corners. Strong safeties, Pablo Zamora. Free safety is Jeffrey Daggs. And then Nick Daggs is there in the slot. Linebacker Jack Brown plays the inside, his 3rd season. Cochran back to pass after Alaska gets the stop. Deep ball down the middle of the field. Caught right over the top of the Aztec defense. Optimus Klein's on a roll early.
Well, what do you do if you're Mexico City? I mean, you have the number 2 defense in the league, but these Alaska Storm, this offense just attacks you in so many different ways. They run down the middle. They're throwing the short outs to the outside, and now they go deep middle with Optimus Klein, that's his 63rd reception of the year. 747 yards and 4 touchdowns coming into this game. Just a beast. So many weapons, Cam.
Eric, JDWA, Optimus Climb. That could be a new nickname. I like it. 1st and 10 at the 47. Cochran going to go near side. Caught by Como. Turning around for the camera. Picks up 3 yards to midfield.
Wow, really love the arc on that pass. Cochran showing on the previous play that he has the strength to get it downfield, but he also has that touch, Cam, that he just really floated the ball there, not looking to gain a lot of yards on that, just to complete the pass and let the receiver do all the work.
Cochran, three-step drop, quick throw, caught! Diving backwards at the 41-yard line. That's Robert Merrill. And I'm not sure if the turf monster got him or what, but Merrill makes it happen.
Well, he's, considered the most reliable receiver in the SFL for a reason, Cam. And there really just had to make an adjustment on the ball where basically he had to turn 180 and fly backwards and able to come down with the ball.
Alaska driving again. 1st and 10 to the 41, handoff. Williams on a shotgun. Sweep, it would seem. No gain. Williams put down by Jack Brown, and Alaska, one of the best running teams out of the shotgun in the SFL.
Yeah, I think they tried to surprise Mexico City with that particular run. I didn't care for that slight delay. I just don't think the fullback has enough speed to convert that. But and as you saw, Mexico City was all over defensively.
2nd down, Cochran outside, caught by Klein, dragging a defender to the 33-yard line, back into Brad Brechet's field goal range, and Optimus Klein is all over the field.
And this is what we've seen from the Storm offense all season, Cam. They just are rhythmic, and they get into these momentously long drives, and they just kill the clock, and they kill the momentum of the other team. Let's not forget that Mexico City's offense is having to sit on the sidelines and get cold, while this Alaska Storm offense basically just marches down the field.
Kaz McFly with 100 bits. Shout out to Kaz. Handoff Williams. Williams has a 1st down, and that is 1st down number 4 for Williams. We need to start keeping a tracker in the chat. He is racking them up.
Yeah, he is absolute money when you're talking about short yardage. These fullback runs have really I'm just surprised at how big the lanes are, Cam, for him to get through.
3 receivers for Cochran. Cochran in a bit of trouble. Cochran tried to step up, and the gap closed. I thought he was going to get away, Steven, but instead the Aztecs get the sack. Number 91, Moises Avila.
Well, sometimes there can be a little bit too calm in the pocket. I think Ron Cochran looked unfazed by the pass rush, but that comfortableness actually caused him to not get out of the pocket quick enough.
That sets the Aztecs possibly out of field goal range. 2nd down and 15. Check that Storm as Cochran checks down to Nordellis, and Nordellis is quickly wrapped up by Brown. 3rd and long coming. That may be the final play of the quarter.
Yeah, and this, as we come back here in the 2nd quarter, this is going to be a nice test here for Mexico City's defense. A good testament to them if they can stop Alaska from converting this 1st down.
3rd down and 14 when Fan Night returns. The Storm on top early, but the Aztecs a better showing than in week 1. We're back after a word from our sponsors.
Show Business Studios can take your dream and make it reality. Any show, anytime, any place. Show Business Studios is limited only by your imagination. Find us at showbusinessstudios.com.
The Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, is also brought to you by Show Business Studios, Media Tech Institute, Richards Printworks, ScoreStream, and SpyGoat. The always brilliant architecture of Mexico City as we welcome you back into the action. 3rd down and 14 for the Storm at the 34-yard line. This is Cochran out of the gun with 4 wide. Cochran pump fake, steps up in the pocket, goes deep, intercepted by Daggs. Daggs can't make a man miss, but does get it back to the 12-yard line. and the Aztecs force the first turnover of the ball game.
Well, Mike Daggs just records his 5th interception of the season here. Just really tracking that ball. Does not fall for the Ron Cochran fake. And is able to really, he was just eyeballing the quarterback the entire time, watching his eyes, and maybe one of the more easier picks that he's had all season.
Jeffrey recorded his 5th, but to be fair, there's too many Dags anyway. So easily understandable there. 1st and 10 at the 12, and I'm not talking about Jeffrey and Nick. They're fine. Back to pass. Matt over the middle. Caught. First down. That is Richard Montague for the Aztecs.
Yeah, Montague, a weapon that's really been underutilized this season. 26 receptions, 296 yards, and has yet to splash in the end zone. But there, just a nice slant route. And the receiver's big 6'3", 205 frame helped to lean him over the first down mark.
2 backs and 2 receivers. 7 in the box for Alaska. They all back off. They just rush 3. Wilson going to test it. Going long, and he shouldn't have tested it. Picked off by Ryan Tobin, who's already got 3 tackles to go along with it. And Matt Wilson gives the ball right back.
Well, back and forth. The tug of war continues. Tobin here with his 4th interception on the season. They're just good athleticism to actually fall back and then able to recover and get in front of that, and really just made a better play on the ball than the receiver did.
That was intended for Mike Daggs, and a rare misfire. Boy, that would have been a perfect time to run Ray Bentley because everybody was retreating for Alaska. 1st and 10 of the 45, and a quick throw out to Nordellis. That's already his 3rd reception, Stephen, and it picks up just 2 yards.
Yeah, Nordellis really instrumental in Alaska's championship run last season. Hasn't been as utilized because of the rookie sensation Jason Williams, but certainly a big part of the offensive plan tonight.
By the way, Ron Cochran earlier this week, and we'll get to that in a minute, but Cochran this time going long, and it's, oh, what a play! Zamora's got his first. I don't know how Zamora found the football, but he steals it from the ground, and the Aztecs get a first down. 3 picks in 1 minute and 14 seconds.
Well, Zamora, this is the reason why we fell in love with him during his time in Mexico City. Able to take the ball and has the ball skills to bring the ball off of his laces there. You're not going to see a lot of SFL wide receivers make that kind of athletic play. That's why we love Zamora so much.
So the first quarter goes by. Both teams move the ball pretty effectively, but not many points. Now in the second quarter, the defense is flying all over the field in the secondary. 1st and 10 of the 24. Both offenses need to relax here as Ray Bentley picks up a couple, dragging Dominguez, which is tough to do.
And let's not forget, let's put this in perspective, Cam. These teams are ranked number 1 and number 2 in turnovers. Only 6 by the Aztecs so far this season.
Wow.
Only 8 by the Storm. And there we've seen back-to-back turnovers here. That's unusual for these teams.
Great stat, Steven. 2nd down and 8 from the 26. Wilson, 3-step drop. Oh, what a beautiful ball. Caught Mike Daggs right in stride, who rolls to the 42-yard line. Wilson's up to 50.
Yeah, look, and look, the receiver there absolutely wide open on the play. The tight end, Mike Daggs. Cam, I think if you ran that route, you'd be able to bring that ball in.
You, sir, are hyping me up just too much.
Hey, you're a basketball player, man. We've seen so many of those basketball players convert to tight ends.
I would have been Pro Bowl Dags, not Week 9 Dags or Week 8 Dags. As the handoff goes to Bentley, I told Dags I would throw another Pro Bowl shout out in there for him tonight. 4-yard pickup for Ray, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I would love to see the Aztecs to get Ray going a little bit more tonight. As you mentioned, they have not been really consistent through the air. They really haven't used their passing game much here in Mexico City, and they've gone a lot to Ray Bentley, and it's really worked for them.
Handoff goes to Bentley. Bentley breaking a tackle. Where is Ray Bentley going? He got smashed in the backfield by DJ Majesty. Majesty says, I don't know what kind of brownies you ate before the game, but that was a terrible decision.
Yeah, a rare bad decision for Bentley, who I don't think I've ever seen make that kind of poor decision there in the backfield, but costing his offense yards there by double guessing himself and not being decisive and just attacking the defender.
3rd down and 7 for Wilson. And Wilson going far side, but Barrett ran out of room, and Mexico City up to punt again. Speaking of the Pro Bowl, you can mark it down. You heard it here first. The Pro Bowl will return. And those details about who's going to coach the teams and all the draft process and the voting process and all that will be hashed out later this week. So the Pro Bowl will be back. It will be at a new point in the offseason, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Right now, the offense is on the field for the Aztecs, but they don't appear to be threatening. And Mexico City, for the 2nd time on Alaska's side of the field, will get no points.
Yeah, this Alaska defense just too smart to fall for that. You know, I really would have liked to see Mexico City go for it, but you've got to consider the fact that the Storm offense has just been so dominant on the other side of the ball, despite the fact they only have 3 points on the board.
And also, I want to address Vancouver Legion's comment about him hearing that I can't even beat DeMond in basketball. That must have come from DeMond, because he's the only person that would try to spread that rumor around.
Yeah, I think I could take both of you.
Oh, okay. Okay. You know, we were going to have basketball at the convention, but for insurance issues, I did not want to be sued out of my butt for breaking anybody's ankles. So, you know, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I certainly, you know, we saw that group that showed up, and there were going to be some ankles broken for sure.
Including my own. I'm probably a little rusty.
You'd probably be dominating that guy.
3-0 Alaska. Back to football here as the Storm at the 16-yard line get yet another defensive stop. Both defenses playing stellar first halves. Cochran fakes it to Williams, and then out of bounds was Klein. A rare misfire. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that fake run there on the play action just really didn't fool the defense and just really gave the Aztecs more time to get penetration. Cochran really just good to get it out of his hands there and take it to 2nd and 10.
Mr. 23 with 100 bits for Vancouver Legion getting a shout-out before the 4th quarter. So I guess there's a silver lining in everything. The bad news is that I actually spoke to his comment. And the good news is more bits for the league. That tackle made behind the original line of scrimmage, so it's another 3rd and long for Alaska. The last time they were in 3rd and long, they threw a pick.
Yeah, give this Aztecs defense a lot of credit here. If they can get this stop, that puts their offense in prime position.
Empty backfield, 5 wide Alaska. 3rd down and 13. And Cochran going to go deep. Oh, it's picked again by Jeffrey Daggs. He's got 2. Cochran has thrown 3 interceptions. And as you mentioned, Stephen, Alaska only, 8 turnovers coming in?
That's right. And I'm questioning that stat now, actually, Cam, because Ron Cochran has 10 interceptions on the season. So that stat apparently is not correct. I apologize. But the point is that the Storm really don't turn the ball over very often. And here, 3 interceptions by Cochran, really unheard of.
Scott LaRue will be all over that for us to discover that mystery later as Ray Bentley picks up 7. That is his strongest run of the night.
I don't know. It could be just old man dementia. Or it could have been wrong on the site. I'm not sure. I apologize. But we try our best to be as accurate as possible, so it's a little embarrassing. But at least I admitted to it.
6:08 to go in the first half. 2nd down and 3 at the Storm 24. Aztecs finally in scoring position. Ray. They didn't give him the first down, Steven. No way. Was his knee down before the sticks, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm with you, Cam. I thought for sure. Now, based on what we see from that yellow line, which we find out oftentimes, and coaches find out, it doesn't always represent exactly where the first down marker is.
3rd and inches, did not challenge. Bentley hurdles, got the first, And he probably pulled a quad hurdling over Big Sexy first down into the red zone.
Well, that was 2 round trips to get over Big Sexy. But, yeah, I guess they figured 3rd and inches, we've got Ray Bentley. We know that's a near guarantee conversion there.
His first half flying by, 5:15 to go. It's 3-0 Alaska. The one-loss Aztecs trying to dethrone the Storm. It would be the second unbeaten team that lost this week. Carolina went down to Chicago 27-17 yesterday as part of a very competitive Sunday afternoon of action.
Well, Cam, I mentioned to you this in the pregame, but, as good as the Storm offense has looked, let's remember they've only got a 3-point lead here, and they're currently 7-0, but 5 of those 7 wins are against current teams that currently have losing records.
4:38 to go. Wilson changing the play. Hand off Bentley. Bentley got a great block from Montague. He couldn't get a second level one, but it gets Bentley down to the 10. Oh, well, whoa, man, I thought Bentley was going to turn over and get shaken up there. That was a scary moment.
Yeah, that was. Chris Mack, though, for the Alaska Storm, the linebacker, just a good job making that open field tackle on a guy in Bentley who's hard to bring down.
3rd down and 3 at the 10-yard line. Wilson going to throw for it. Wilson short, and what a tackle by A.J. Francis in the open field right before the marker. That was outstanding individual play there.
And really close, Cam. If he's a millisecond earlier, Francis, that might be pass interference. That's how on top of the player he was.
So instead, it'll bring out Cole Varner to try to improve to 20-20 on the season on field goals. 25 yards, he could do it in his sleep probably. That's good. It's 3-3 with 3:31 left to go in the first half. We pause for a word from the SFL.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
So interesting, Stephen. We obviously have a bit of a breeze tonight working its way right to left as Cole Varner's kick only reached the 3-yard line that time after he cranked it all the way almost out of the back of the end zone. So Alaska with the wind at their back right now. 1st and 10 at the 24, or did we flip? Did we flip sides of the field? Now I'm confusing myself as Alaska's not going to get any gain. Nick Daggs there on the stop for Williams.
Yeah, even with this wind, Cam, whether we did flip sides, but this is a huge kicker battle here between these two, and between them have only missed 1 field goal this season. So Brechet and Varner, 2 of the best and biggest kickers in the league, should be able to do what they need to do to get through this win.
2nd down and 10 at the 24 for Cochran in a 3-3 ball game. He's already thrown 3 interceptions. That pass is caught, but they say he's short of the first down at the 34-yard line. Of course, Estadio Azteca, the site of the infamous clipping call.
Well, Cam, I certainly thought the receiver, at least his body, was across the first down marker. Maybe it was his hands and where he caught that out of bounds that they're looking at. But look at how close that first down marker is.
That's crazy. They're right on top of it. That one was almost worse than the Bentley one, as Cochran going to throw on 3rd down and inches. That pass is incomplete. Did he catch it on the sideline? I'm not really sure. Merrill is talking with Max Paul. That was a bizarre play all the way around, Stephen, because I'm not even sure who ended up with that thing.
And that's the 2nd straight pass, Cam. I thought for sure the defender was going to get in front of that and at least bat the ball down. But these arcing touch passes by Cochran are getting through this defense somehow. I'm a little disappointed there that we're not going to get either a challenge or a replay.
It's one thing if you intend to, and that's the first time also tonight, Stephen, that we have not seen Williams get the carry on 3rd down and short. after he's gotten first downs off of that all night. Really nice coverage there from Oliver Herbert. And Dags returns up to the 29-yard line. The Aztecs in a 3-3 ball game now have a chance to take their first lead.
You know, the Storm offense may have been thinking that the Aztecs are keying up on those Jason Williams runs down the middle, so maybe trying to do a little trickery, tomfoolery here, passing the ball on that short third down attempt just didn't work out.
62 viewers and counting here on Fan Night. Matt Wilson's pass caught by Montague. Picks up 8 to the 38-yard line.
And here we go. 2 minutes left here in the second quarter in a 3-3 game, Cam. I think many expected that, this would be a close defensive battle. But we are talking about the number one offense in the league in the the Alaska Storm, averaging 34 points a game.
The Aztecs are playing their game. 2 minutes to go. This is the SFL presented by APM Music on the Twitch SFL network. Mexico City only giving up 15 points a game, and as you mentioned, Alaska, the top scoring offense. The Aztecs probably a bit more comfortable in a 3-3 ball game at this point. 2nd and 2 at the 38. Handoff goes to Bentley, and Ray Bentley lost 2 yards. Andrew Francis, with 5 tackles, 1 for loss. Forgive me, Francis. It's too many A.J. Francises and Andrew Francis in this league. Forgive me. That's all I got to say. 3rd down and 4 from the 35-yard line. 135. I just wanted to hijack Stevens' attempt at analysis. Wilson's pass is caught. First down, Montague on the sideline, and even that's questionable.
Yeah, these some of these calls by the referees, I don't know what's going on. They're calling some of these short middle outs here right at the line. They're
no
calling
challenge.
Yeah, they're no challenge. They're not. The calls that they make that are inbounds are kind of questionable. The ones that are out of bounds are questionable. It's just been back and forth. That's why the donation to R62 earlier.
It's almost like as Bentley's going to get a carry here and not much there. It's almost like both coaches are waiting to use all of these challenges because they know they're going to need them later.
Well, look, as you said before, this really plays right into the Aztecs. Not only are they playing in their stadium, but they like these close, low-scoring games. It's in their wheelhouse.
2nd and 12 with 1 minute and 2 to go. Mexico City down to 2 timeouts after burning one earlier in the half. Wilson going to fling it out near side. That's definitely caught by Richard Montague. And who is that? Number 78, Elias Avendano. Needs some, what's that called? To regrow your hair back? That product? I mean, he was hurting my eyes up here.
Yeah, despite being a 42-year-old man, I have no clue, or claim to have no clue what that stuff is on the head.
Third down, I mean, it was shining in the press box. 3rd and 7 at the 42-yard line. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Handoff going to go to Bentley actually on 3rd down, and Bentley got nothing. Interesting decision there. Andrew Francis, yet another tackle. These outside linebackers for Alaska, a very unique defense imploring a couple of outside linebackers have been great against Bentley.
Yeah, and so far this season they've been great. Francis, 43 tackles, 9 tackles for a loss, and half a sack and a half. And Majesty, 40 tackles. We know what he brings as a veteran to the league. So, yeah, 2 of the more impressive linebacker talents in the SFL.
Rogaine, that's what I was looking for. 4th down and 6. Thank you, chat. As Mexico City taking as much time off the clock as possible. Both teams seem fairly content on going into the locker room at 3-3 from the 22-yard line. Not a lot of room. Look at Jeffrey Daggs on the kickoff coverage, making the tackle. He plays defense, returns punts and kicks, and plays defense on the special teams. All over the place.
Be interesting to see here if the Storm decide just to maybe run the clock and go into halftime, not wanting to turn the ball over again this far into their own territory.
That's what I'd do.
That's what it looks like they're going to do.
9 seconds left. 3-3. The unbeaten Storm getting a test. As we expected after Mexico City uncharacteristically. That pass is caught over the middle. First down decline, and Alaska will take a timeout and set up for a Hail Mary. I think, Stephen, we both were a little shocked at Mexico City's opening night performance and knew that the rematch was not going to be as one-sided.
Yeah, especially the fact that the Aztecs now have tape on what the Storm are doing. You know, they have a little bit of a newer build, building on their championship game, but also they're in Mexico City, and that home cooking and being able to sleep in your home bed, that makes a difference.
Yes, it does. 4 wide for Cochran. Final play of the first half. Cochran, pressure, took some edge off that ball. It bounced into the end zone. There were 2 Storm receivers that were there, but they were about a yard away from the football.
Wow, Cam, that was nearly a game-changing play there. I guess we know why they didn't just run the ball earlier.
Got popped up in the air and nearly was an Alaska touchdown. 2K Sports halftime report rolls on, and we get a look at the first half numbers. And Stephen, I have one question for you. Who do you believe has the bigger advantage going into the second half? Is it Mexico City, because they are clearly playing their style of game, at least the style of game they've been playing for most of this season? Or is it Alaska throwing 3 interceptions but only being a 3-3 ball game at the half?
Yeah, Cam, I got to go with Alaska here. They have a previous win over Mexico. They are undefeated on the season, and I think I have liked what I've seen from them offensively better. Their defenses have been going blow for blow and really equaling out each other, only allowing 3 points. But so give me Alaska, but take this point also to Cam. Alaska's never scored less than 26 points in a game this season. They currently have 3 on the board, and Mexico has won games where they've only scored 15, 16, and 19. So it really favors the Aztecs here in a low-scoring game, just because they just have a history of being able to pull out those close matchups.
What is it with us and low-scoring battles here on Friday Night Lights and Fan Night? We have had a ton of them so far this season. The kickers have shown up to the ball game. Optimus Klein has shown up to the ball game. And Jeffrey Daggs, couple of picks, couple of returns, few tackles. He has been stellar for Mexico City. The top 2 teams in the Western Conference, Sioux Falls waiting in the wings right behind them at 5-2. I'm not sure what they are hoping for tonight. A Mexico City loss would put them in a tie with the Aztecs, and a Mexico City win would put Sioux Falls 1 game back of first place in the West.
Yeah, I think we're probably hoping that Alaska wins out. And I always say that because, you know, the more that they're able to separate themselves, it kind of pushes the rest of the pack further down the standings, giving more teams more opportunities to move up.
That's certainly what's going on in the South, and we'll get to the playoff chase here a little bit in the second half because it is heating up big time, as Brad Bretchett will kick it away to Jeffrey Daggs to start the second half here on Fan Night. From the 4-yard line, this is Daggs on the return past the 20, and then brought down at the 25-yard line. Another special teams tackle for Herbert. Stephen, you're in the South. The second-place team is 4-4. The sixth-place team is 3-5, and the Lobos, even at 1-7, are just 3 games back from an automatic qualifying spot with 5 to play.
Yeah, I guess that's a blessing. It doesn't feel like week-to-week basis, but we're certainly glad to have an opportunity to turn things around if we can.
1st and 10 at the 26. Back to pass is Wilson. Wilson far side caught by. Oh no! They said it's out of bounds, Stephen.
Geez.
That is the 4th call that has just been alarming to me tonight.
Yeah, and you know, nobody knows better than Mexico City that you cannot leave the outcome of a game in the hands of the officials. It can certainly cost you dearly. It has cost the Aztecs dearly in the past, Vancouver. So, you know, And that's the trouble that you get in when your offense only scores 3 points.
And off Bentley. Bentley dragging one defender. That was Hernandez. And then on the tackle eventually was Chris Mack at inside linebacker.
Cam, the name that we really have not heard much from tonight is Alex Dominguez. And so many times he has dominated games early, really, flexing on offenses and showing his dominance. And tonight has really been kind of neutralized by what Mexico City's doing offensively.
3rd down and 8. Wilson! Whoa, my gosh! Matt Wilson! Is he okay?
Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Marcy Charles. That was the most vicious, painful-looking hit I have ever seen in this league.
Yeah, and the fact that he just went 0 to 60 and got to Wilson so quickly, lightning fast. Wilson barely had time to get the snap from under center.
That's got to be a picture at the end of the game. That was, and now there's a late flag here on the punt, which is very unusual. Don't know what that's all about. And Steven, things are getting a little crazy out here. I don't think I can handle this. Oh my! You got to be kidding me.
Oh boy.
Clipping on Mexico City. Diego Chavarro. Give me a break.
Wow. Yeah, I think there needs to be some kind of resolution to maybe take those kind of calls out of the game.
I'm
Cam.
with you.
Every time, a majority of the time, we don't see evidence of that call.
Look at that. That's going to put it all the way back to the 12. And Mexico City's got to punt from their own end zone.
I can see the memes already being created.
And back here in Mexico again, and it results in Alaska getting to start their first drive of the second half in Aztec territory. So not only does Matt Wilson take an absolute beating on 3rd down, but then the Aztecs are flagged and trying to compete with an unbeaten team, and it has just been an ugly fight with officiating here tonight.
Yeah, facing the 7-0 Alaska Storm is enough. You don't need to be, fighting the refs too.
4 receivers. They're going to fake a draw, and that pass is caught by Williams. I don't think I've ever seen that play, Steven.
Well, Alaska having to get inventive here. Let's not forget to be their first series after making halftime adjustments. So clearly seeing something that the Aztecs defense is doing, hoping that they bite on that fake, which they did, and it got them a pretty easy 9 yards.
2nd and 1, and the handoff goes to Williams. Williams 1st down. Williams bowling over Jeffrey Daggs. Gets it out to the Aztec 31-yard line. Alaska now seeking some momentum after Mexico City's frustrating opening drive of the half.
Well, Jason Williams, the 20th pick overall in this year's SFL draft, they're now over the 600-yard mark. And as you mentioned, his 5th first down conversion tonight. The guy's just been a machine and really impressive for a rookie. Should certainly be considered for Rookie of the Year.
75 viewers and growing. We are getting a swell of SFL Nation in here tonight with the insane things that we've seen here. Pickup of 2 to Williams, and Alaska seems to be riding Williams a little bit more here in the 3rd after Cochran's rough first half.
Yeah, and they're already in field goal range, and this all goes back to that clipping call and the great field position it's put Alaska in and really put Mexico City in a bad situation again.
Hand off Williams. Williams smushed by Brown and one other. That's Carlos Powers, the linebacking duo. Brings up a 3rd down and 7. .8:20 left in the 3rd. What a ball game here. Mexico City fighting tooth and nail, trying to stop Alaska's unbeaten streak, which dates all the way back to the middle of last season. an SFL record for consecutive victories as Cochran fires outside, caught to the 18-yard line. And if KL Barrett's in the chat, if he can refresh my memory on exactly the number of games Alaska's won, that would be very much appreciated.
Well, Optimus Klein there on that play, showing why he's one of the best wide receivers in the game. The big frame, 6'4", 225, but agile enough to play footsies on the sidelines, know where the first down marker is, that's due to his experience, and convert that first down.
Cochran caught, first down to Como. Jack Brown almost picked it off. That's a 1st and goal to the 7. It's the first time either team has been inside the 10-yard line tonight.
Well, Ron Cochran, once again, able to deliver accurate dimes. This is a guy that delivers crisp throws with unforced velocity, and we saw there just how accurate he can be.
1st and goal from the 7. 7:25 to go in the third. Tie game at 3. Cochran going to throw. Cochran hit as he threw, and the ball flutters to the grass. Alan Romero with the pressure.
Well, good penetration there just by the Aztecs defensive line. You know, again, Cochran, a general in the pocket. Nothing really phases him. But there, the defender just able to get right up in his face and knock that throw literally away.
Thanks to Ramos Lynn. He definitely knows the streak of the Storm. 15 in a row for Alaska coming into the night. Handoff to Williams. Williams gets 3 to the 4-yard line. 3rd down and go with the 4. Williams averaging a little less than 3 yards a carry. Steven, what would you do here?
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I'm gonna say that I think they're gonna pass. Although the run might be what they need to do, just based on what we saw them do earlier on a short 3rd and 1 here at the goal line. They've got 4 wide receivers. It looks like they want to pass, but it could be a trick.
Mexico City in the nickel. Play action for Cochran. Cochran going short, and they stopped him at the 1-yard line. What a play by Pablo Zamora. Jeff Como was the target, and he could not get in the end zone.
Well, that is a monster victory for this Aztecs defense, able to stop the Storm short and making them try a field goal attempt. Just a big win to only be down possibly by 3 after that terrible clipping call.
Brad Bretchett from 17 yards away. Money 6-3. Alaska leads the Aztecs. You're listening to the SFL on Twitch, and we pause for a quick moment for the SFL to tell you a little bit about itself.
Follow the SFL on Twitter @SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
Jeffrey will only get out to the 21-yard line, 6:13 to go. By the way, shout out to all the Dags who are watching on their big screen tonight. A couple weeks ago, they were all eating popcorn and sitting down and watching the game. That is like the perfect way to consume the SFL. 1st down and 10 at the 21. Matt Wilson is under center. He'll hand off to Bentley. Bentley picks up 7 to the 28-yard line, and that's where he's been most effective. As long as he can get past that defensive front, he's had some room.
Yeah, but Alaska's done a really good job of wrangling him, and he's just averaging 2.7 yards a carry right now. So, this is just these two defenses have really come to play tonight, but you've got to imagine at some point one of them is going to break.
5:50 to go in the third. 6-3. Storm on top. And jumping off sides was Dominguez, and then crushing an offensive lineman in the process. Mexico City will accept as Bentley picks up 4.
Although we haven't mentioned Big Sexy really at all tonight, it doesn't and here having a negative impact by this neutral zone infraction, but certainly the presence of him in this line, the attention that he gets, opens up other things for the other defensive linemen, including in that last series where they absolutely destroyed Wilson right from under center.
And probably a testament and a credit to Mexico City that Dominguez has not been more effective tonight. Look at Bentley finding the only hole he had. Pickup of 5 to the 38-yard line. Really good vision.
Yeah, absolutely. And able to really get skinny, Cam, on a line that was really closing on itself. And that's surprising for a guy as big as Bentley at 5'11", 234.
2nd and 5 at the 38, 4:53 left in the third quarter. Mexico City down in a field goal game. Handoff, Bentley again, and Francis and Majesty combined for the stop. Andrew Francis now with 8 tackles. 3rd down and 6, and Bentley looks a little exhausted.
Well, Francis had that one sniffed out the whole time, and before Bentley could even get the ball, Francis was in the backfield.
Wilson going to have to make some magic here. I don't think he's thrown a pass since getting hit on that 3rd down viciously. Wilson going to throw outside, and Montague runs out of room, and the Aztec offense going to stall out again, Steven, and they are living on these out routes, and it has not been effective tonight.
Yeah, they just, after his interception, it just feels like Wilson is just not taking anything middle or deep. He's been playing conservative football throughout the season. That's not changing tonight.
Mexico City averages less than 200 passing yards per game, one of the lowest rankings in the SFL, I believe 18th. As from the 16-yard line, good return from Como, 10 on the return out of the 26-yard line. Shout-outs, Mr. 23, Xander Gold, PB and Jotter. Iceman Gervin 44. By the way, PB, I believe you're Thomas Rahman. You challenged me last week, so I looked it up. Optimus Klein YouTube, Iceman Gervin 44. Brown Knight, C. Pundy, TMG 82. Vancouver Legion, and many, many others, including Dags 83. 1st and 10 of the 26. Handoff to Williams. Picks up 5 to the 31-yard line.
Well, that's obviously just great to, on 1st down, get those 5 yards, make it a 2nd and manageable 5. Really opens up the playbook. You've got a fullback that averages nearly 5 yards per carry. Not in this game, only averaging 3, but normally 5 throughout the season. A run could be an option here, a pass could be an option. Just opens up so much on 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 31, handoff Williams. Williams got some great blocks. 1st down to the 40. Best running play of the night for the Storm, as they did a really good job opening up some lanes for Williams.
Yeah, this is really the first time, Cam, the blockers have come into play on the outside. They've tried outside runs before with their fullback, Williams, but they have not been successful. I believe all of them stopped behind the line of scrimmage so far, but here he gets the proper blocks in front of him, shows a little burst, shows a little speed, able to get it to the outside and get for another 1st down.
100 bits from A.J. Levy. Thank you, A.J. Cochran shuffling the feet just a little bit, gets it out to Williams, and Williams is doubled up. Agawa and Brown out there, just a 2-yard gain. Somebody in the chat saying these defenses have played lights out. It has felt like a playoff atmosphere from the moment we set foot in this stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the correct way to analyze this environment. I mean, these two teams, ultra competitive. Would not be surprised to see them, in the playoffs. Possibly even more than that, because they're just two juggernauts of the SFL and have been so great this season.
2:40 to go in the 3rd, and over the middle, Jeff Como, a dot from Ron Cochran. Beautiful ball, moves the sticks to the Aztec 48.
Yeah, absolutely. Cochran's able to drop it in there. He passes in with a parachute just like that one and drop it into Como's hands. But give Como a lot of credit there to just sneak in front of the defender to pull that one in.
2:15 to go in the 3rd. 1st and 10 at the 48. Cochran 3-step drop, fires it out quickly. 1st down, that is Jason Julian, the very well-used tight end, with his 1st reception tonight.
And I like the way that Julian athletically was able to catch that ball. We see so many receivers and tight ends go out of bounds with that ball, but he was able to put his body in position to go upfield and get the 1st down. And as you mentioned, one of the better non-contract role-playing tight ends in this league.
1st and 10 at the 37. Now under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Alaska's in control. Cochran, good pocket. Deep throw far side, caught again to the 28-yard line. Cochran is heating up this time, finding Jose Galliano, and that is the fourth different receiver the Storm have made a connection with on this drive.
Well, just a nice route run by Galliano there. It was just really a medium out and nobody in sight as the defenders are all preoccupied with the quote-unquote star players out there in the secondary.
And off to Williams, got it again. He has been absolutely unstoppable on second and third and short. First and 10 to the Aztec 21, and Alaska can become the first team to go up by 2 possessions if they can get a touchdown.
Well, they often call players that will score those or be successful in those short yardage plays that they have a nose for the end zone. Well, this guy's got a nose for first downs. He's been a first down machine tonight. Whenever they've really needed one on those 2nd and 5s, 3rd and 3s, he's been the man.
Going to the end zone, pass is intercepted by Agawa at the 8-yard line, and the Aztecs shut the door.
Wow, just uncharacteristic for Cochran there to take this kind of chance. The ball was thrown behind Optimus Klein, and the defender all over it, able to read Cochran's eyes again, Cam. They have really, Cochran's just done a bad job tonight of really looking down the barrel at his receivers and tipping off this defense.
4 picks from Ron Cochran. He had 10 coming into the game, or 8 or 12 or whatever it is. Pick up a 5 on the outside to the fullback. That's the first time we've seen the well-used Andrus Tovar, and shout-outs to Plague 7 and Mr. 23 with the 500 and 200 bits respectively.
Well, let's remind everybody here, this is an Alaska offense that averages 34 points a game, the number 1 scoring offense in the league, and they are being kept at 6 points right now with 21 seconds left in the third.
Wilson to Bentley, got maybe a yard. Francis, another stop. A very critical 3rd down and 3 for Mexico City. They got to do something eventually with all these turnovers, or they're going to let it slip away. End of the third quarter. What a ball game. Get SFL Nation in here if they're not in here already. The Fan Night game of the week is a 3-point ball game headed to the 4th. We're back after a word from our sponsors. Stay tuned on the SFL Network. APM Music is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com and visit their all-new esports landing page to find the best highlight music, heroic action, and epic sounds to boost the quality of your esports stream just like us. Log on to forum.apmmusic.com/esports for more information. APM Music, production music library, and custom music house. The Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, is also brought to you by Show Business Studios, MediaTek Institute, Richards Printworks, ScoreStream, and SpyGoat. Well, the Aztecs defense playing their butts off, but it won't be worth anything if The offense can't figure out how to take advantage. 3rd down and 3 at the 16. They're going to run it to Bentley, and Bentley got the first down, dragging Francis to the 19-yard line.
Huge conversion there by Bentley, and really all about him and the strength and power that he has in those tree stumps he calls legs. But, and here's a challenge by Alaska.
No way.
Now we find out why they've been holding those challenge flags.
I think that's a terrible decision by Max Paul. I didn't think this was close at all, but let's take a look at the knee.
Well, this is huge, Cam. If Alaska can get this call, it just puts their offense in great scoring opportunity once again. But I agree with you. I think this is a first down.
The knee's down there. The ball, it's on the reversal side, was clearly across the marker. No way!
Wow.
No way! That is horrible. That is absolutely terrible.
Cam, the only thing that I saw was the fact that I don't think it crossed the entire yellow line, but also that I thought they would give him credit for actually pushing the ball out and then bringing it back in. I thought they would give him that little bit of credit, but they just didn't.
The only thing, and again, we didn't see the reversal angle of where the ball was in relation to his knee being down.
Right.
And the only thing is that when that knee was down, because again, that yellow line is unofficial. And we don't get the benefit of seeing the measurements and all of that stuff back in the review station. But just watching it live, it just didn't look close. Credit to Max Paul and his coaching staff for seeing something that we didn't. And Williams will take the handoff, break a tackle, and pick up 3. At this point, Mexico City, the sideline and the fans, I mean, they just have to be beside themselves. Like what are we supposed to do to beat this team?
Well, yeah, and beat the officials. You know, they certainly, the crowd here does have a hate relationship for this officiating crew, and they just got more ammunition tonight.
Love the comment there from Eric JDWA. Mexico City's defense needs to get mad. 2nd and 7 from midfield. Cochran going to flip it out to Nordellis. And Nordellis gets a little anger from Powers. 3rd down and 4. Aztecs needing a critical stop.
Yeah, Powers with a real powerful tackle there, almost knocking Nordellis out of existence with that hit. But certainly some frustration now that we're seeing on the field. And certainly it looks like they are getting angry out there.
3rd and 4 at the 47. Alaska trying to step on the throat. And Cochran flips it in between 4 defenders and picks up about 20. Out to Robert Merrill in the field goal range.
Well, how many times have we seen Ron Cochran make those difficult throws under pressure? Here, absolutely able to drop it in the bucket and give his receiver just an easy ball to catch.
Robert Merrill there again. 9:16 to go. Cochran's already thrown 4 picks. Again, only 10 in his first 7 games. Split backs in the shotgun. And Cochran will throw again. Cochran now outside to Williams. He picks up 1. And Ramos Lynn is jumping up and down on the sideline. He's still jumping up and down. I think he's trying to tell the officials, why is that a catch? Because he's willing to argue anything at this point.
Yeah, it looks like he's salsa dancing on the sidelines there. Just how upset he is and how active on the sideline.
9 minutes to go in the 4th. Just a lot of anger out there on the field right now. At the 31-yard line, 3 receivers. Cochran going play action. Cochran got a good pocket. Oh, it's picked off! Powers jumped the route! And the Aztecs get it back at the 32-yard line.
Well, Powers with the powerful tackle 2 plays ago comes up big. The linebacker with the stone hands able to catch that one and bring it in like he's an SFL tight end. Boy, they needed a big play. And Cochran, his 5th interception of the game. If the last thing on your SFL bingo card was 5 interceptions by Cochran, then you're yelling bingo.
Steven, I don't know how many opportunities Mexico City is going to get to take the lead. They have got to do something off of this turnover. Wilson going to throw. Wilson caught by Dax. First down. You can almost feel the urgency in the Hall of Famer's throw.
Yeah, what a big play in a big moment to take advantage of all the momentum. This Aztecs defense has been playing out of their minds, limiting the lethal Storm offense to just 6 points. And they just need a little support from their offense. And Ray Bentley, Hall of Famer Matt Wilson, time to step up.
500 bits from Brown Knight and 500 bits from Plague 7. Appreciate your cheers tonight. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. This is going outside to Barrett. Back-to-back catches for Mexico City. Back in Alaska territory with plenty of time left, 8:15.
Yeah, I think if you're Matt Wilson and this offensive staff here in Mexico City, you'd like to see the Hall of Fame quarterback deliver that ball with a little more zip in order to give Barrett an opportunity to move upfield. But they'll certainly take the yardage here, as this is a manageable 2nd and 5. 500
bits from Mr. 23. Mr. 23 and Plague 7 now in the top 3 on the cheerleader boards this week, as Bentley picked up 3. Shout out also to Football Dude 93, who donated or cheered 3,000 bits before the broadcast to unlock some bits give back bonuses for his players.
Well, big 3rd and 2 here, right at midfield and in Alaska territory.
Bentley got it, shoving off a potential tack over the first down of the 42. It was not easy. What a play by Bentley, as Gerald Thomas was unable to bring him down.
Well, we know that Bentley is a guy that isn't shy about lowering his pads and runs with no hesitation, but we haven't seen too many powerful runs here by Bentley tonight. There, pulls out that power when he needs it.
7:06 and counting. Mexico City, 2 backs and 2 receivers just outside of field goal range. Wilson is going long, and it's knocked away by Ryan Davidson. That's the first time Davidson has been called into action tonight, and he delivers.
Well, there's the reason why Wilson hasn't looked deep very often in this game. That was a dangerous pass. And look, you're right on the edge of field goal range. You cannot afford to have a turnover here if you're Mexico City.
7 minutes to go in the 4th. 7 yards away, 8 yards away from field goal range. There's another flag, and Ray Bentley is hurt off the hit from Francis. How many times is Mexico City going to have to face adversity tonight?
Well, Ray Bentley, you mentioned it earlier in this game, Cam. He got up a little tenderly on a previous hit. Here, there may have been something that got, hurt or damaged on that previous hit, and now come to fruition. And boy, you'd hate to see that if you're the Aztecs. It's all on Matt Wilson now.
And a holding call on Mike Daggs all the way back to the Aztec 48-yard line now without Ray Bentley. Stephen, I don't think I've ever seen so much go the wrong way for a team in a ball game.
And Mexico knows better than anyone else. You cannot leave the fate of this game in the hands of the officials. These flags are flying tonight.
2nd and 20 for Wilson without Bentley. Wilson, quick throw, flips it out to the backup coming in for Bentley. That is Frank Sanchez in his first action of the season. He picks up 4. 3rd down and 16. I like that the Aztecs are trying to get him loose.
Boy, but Cam, worst case scenario for the Aztecs, the flag causes them not only to get out of field goal range, and now this 3rd and 16, but they lose their best player on that play.
Wilson going to throw. Wilson going deep. It is intercepted at the 37-yard line, intended for Barrett. Pass is picked off by Evan Carroll.
Alaska's secondary has been all over these deep passes by Wilson. They are not allowing any of it. And here, just a great individual effort. One-on-one on an island. Your guy gets my guy. Helmet on helmet. Let's see who wins. Evan Carroll comes out as the victor.
Alaska taking advantage of a lot tonight, but they're also playing stellar once again. I mean, this team is proving why they're the defending champions. 6:23 to go in the 4th. Play fake to Williams, who got knocked over. Pass is caught, staying in bounds and rolling the clock as Merrill Cochran now 1 yard away. We've had 7 picks and no touchdowns in this game. It has been an absolute brawl.
Yeah, and a defensive battle. And you know what? Alaska's defense doesn't get enough credit. They're the number 3 scoring defense in the league, only allowing 17 points per game. They get outshined by their offense.
Cochran going to throw outside, one-handed catch. Williams will not get the first down, but he has not been stopped on 2nd or 3rd and short all night. And if Alaska doesn't give him a carry here, they're a fool.
Well, the Alaska Storm fans that are in the crowd, you can kind of hear them starting to chant, Jason Williams. They want him. They want him to have his number called here on this short 3rd and 1.
In the backfield, nickel look. D-line for Mexico City hasn't done much. Here he's going to get the handoff, and Williams got the first down. And the clock will continue to roll. Mexico City's defense they just got to grind this out. They got to figure out a way to give Matt Wilson one last shot.
Yeah, and look, the Alaska and that last interception really took the wind out of this crowd, and we can hear the Storm fans over the thousands of Aztecs fans at this point. I think Mexico City in shock by what's happened in this game.
Play fake again. Now dump off to Nordellis. Not much there. Pickup of 3 to midfield. Alaska making an adjustment here as Mexico City really has not gotten a lot of pressure on Cochran, and they've been able to mix it up back there.
And this plays right into the Storm's hands, just ball control offense, run the ball with Jason Williams, let his 3 to 4 yard carry average run this clock.
4:25 to go in the 4th. 2nd and 7 at midfield. 6-3 Storm. 2 backs and 2 receivers for Cochran. Cochran going to hand it off to Williams. Williams got away. Look at the Aztecs. 7 of them on the screen. Everybody getting an assisted tackle there. This 3rd down and 5 is one of the most critical of the season because otherwise Alaska could get into field goal range.
And that last, the fact that they gained any yards on leg drop fight forward by Williams. Let's see whose number they call here for 3rd and 5.
3 receivers. Nickel look again for Mexico City. Play action Cochran. Cochran going to fire near side. Oh, they gave him the first down. No way. Oh, you got a challenge, Steven.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a hop step by Williams. I'm not sure that his feet were in bounds when he caught that ball, but it doesn't appear that we're going to get a challenge or a replay. So, wow.
That is just, I feel for the Aztecs tonight. This is painful. Absolutely brutal. The tough breaks Mexico City's been getting, and Ramos Lynn not challenging. Handoff to Williams. Williams and the Storm are 5 yards away from field goal range with 3:35 to go and counting.
Well, it's kind of hard to blame the Aztecs. Certainly the calls have not gone their way in this game, maybe historically not gone their way, and they know they're going to need every one of their timeouts. They didn't want to risk one.
Mighty RX, #Sweet Feet on the sideline. He's loving it. 3:15 to go in the 4th. This is a deep shot from Cochran. Wide open. First down to the 13-yard line is Klein, and the Aztecs cannot allow the Storm to get in the end zone.
Well, in a 6-3 game, one big play can win it for you. And here, the Aztecs deliver an absolute beast of a play. Pass down the middle of the field with Cochran already registering 5 interceptions. Unafraid to attempt a 6th. Looking Klein's way, and Klein comes down with it.
2:52 to go in the 4th. Alaska can pretty much put this away with a touchdown, although we've seen crazier things out of the Hall of Fame quarterback who leads the league in 4th quarter comebacks. They're wasting clock here. 2:40 to go. Handoff to Williams. They will not have to snap it again before the 2-minute warning. Williams averaging 3 yards a carry, but he's gotten so many important yards. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, he's really been their stalwart player that they can rely on, with Cochran really just being a little wild tonight, but it hadn't cost them on the scoreboard.
4 receivers. Cochran changing the play at the line. There's no reason for him to snap this ball. And he will. Cochran gonna throw. Far sideline and stop the clock.
Wow.
And Mexico City probably saying, serves you right. for all the blown calls. Julian not paying attention. 2:03 left. That means they have to run third down before the 2-minute warning.
Right. Poor game management. Two bad calls back-to-back there by this Alaska Storm offense. One, to throw the ball when they could have held it, and two, to throw it towards the out of bounds where his receiver steps out of bounds and stops the clock.
It's 3rd down and 5 for Alaska. Mexico City has to force a field goal. They're going to hand it off to Williams. Williams is not going to get there. That's the 2-minute warning, and the Hall of Famer is going to get another shot. You are watching SFL Fan Night on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Brad Bretchett from 22 yards away. Another chip shot. Aztec defense holds again. And they got a gift from Ron Cochran as he fails to produce just any sort of thought behind the clock management. And here we go. This is what Hall of Famers are all about. It has been a rough night for the Aztec offense. Can they turn it around even without Bentley on the field?
Well, one big play deserves another. As Mexico City able to get a big stop on 3rd down, making this a one-score game.
Daggs back to return from his goal line. Jeffrey Daggs to the 24. Boy, they would have loved to have a great return out of Daggs there. Can't get it. Here we go. The league's unbeaten defending champion and longest winning streak. 15 games is on the line right now.
And Cam, it may be serendipitous. The non-challenge by Mexico City gives them their full complement of timeouts on this drive.
Good point. 1st and 10 for the 24. Wilson going to throw. Wilson throwing a quick slant over the middle. Caught by Barrett. Picks up 9.
Ooh. I think I like this no-huddle offense by Mexico City. They don't have their big fella Ray Bentley out due to injury. It's all on Wilson.
Wilson again completes to Barrett. 1st down to the 41. Will Alaska adjust? Wilson and Barrett trying to expose him here. 1:29 to go in the 4th. Wilson going to do it again. No, he's going to be sacked. Big Sexy.
And Big Sexy, hey, big players come big time and big plays. Big play by Big Sexy.
2nd and 12, Wilson dropping back. Wilson fires into double coverage, incomplete. 3rd and 12.
Well, certainly not the best pass we've seen all night. Could have been picked off, but what it does do, it stops the clock. This is 4-down territory. You're 3rd and 12. You've got 2 downs to get these 12 yards.
What's the longest pass Mexico City's completed tonight?
To the opposing team, probably a 30-yarder.
Maybe to their own team, maybe 15.
I think you're being generous.
Wilson, 3rd down and 12 and 4-down territory. Deep drop back. Wilson fires near side, knocked away by Davidson. 4th down, and Mexico City, there's 1:09 left. They have all their timeouts, but I think you got to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely got to go for it. If you don't make it, you still have 3 timeouts to try and stop the Aztecs offense and, the Storm offense, and give your Alaskan Storm golly, I'm just mixed up, man, this game.
Montague, bottom of the screen. Barrett, top of the screen.
Jeez.
Wilson under center. And look at that, 8 in the box for Alaska. Just a single high safety. Wilson going to throw. Wilson going long. Knocked away by Dido. He almost caught it. Oh, my goodness. Daggs came out of nowhere and had a chance for a 1st down and couldn't hang on.
Well, the ball pinballs between a bunch of different defenders here. And then Daggs has an opportunity to grab it right at the 1st down marker. Ball never even gets to Barrett. Boy, that was close. And now, if you are the Aztecs, you cannot allow the Storm to gain a single yard as they're right on the edge of field goal range.
This is unbelievable. What is this? Cochran's going 5 wide. I can't take any more of this. Cochran's going to try to win it with his arm, and Cochran's pass is complete, way into field goal range by Como, and the Aztecs burned a timeout because Como was tackled in bounds.
Just everything going the Storm's way. I mean, you've got to feel snake bitten if you're the Aztecs. All the calls that have gone against you tonight, it's almost as if there's an Illuminati conspiracy happening against the Aztecs. Certainly that'll be thrown around in this crew in victory formation here by the Storm.
Look at the confidence by Alaska. This is unreal. They're going to take knees to run the clock all the way down to bring on their star kicker, Brad Bretchett, to put the game away, and they're willing to go back even further on the field goal to make it happen.
And it should give Mexico City about 15 to 16 seconds.
But it won't matter if he makes the kick.
That's true.
And I think that's what Alaska's banking on. But golly, what about a rare miss or a block or, oh man, it's just, I mean, hey, look, he's only missed once, and I think that was a long 50-yarder.
And I believe, Cam, on this side of the field, they have the wind to the back.
It's hard to tell as we were trying to figure out which way the wind was blowing. It clearly was blowing in one direction. It was blowing from right to left, and I'm not sure if that's true, but if it is, if that's consistent all game long or has remained consistent all game long, you're right. They would have the wind at their back for this 47-yarder. Well, if the football gods want to give the Aztecs one last shot, this would be their opportunity. Otherwise, Alaska's got win number 16 in the bag. What a wild fan night game. This is a 47-yard field goal for the left-footed kicker off the left hash, Brad Bretchett. Snap good, hold good, no block. Kick from Bretchett is up, and kickers matter. Storm up 12-3 with 13 seconds to go, and everything went wrong for Mexico City tonight.
12-3. I mean, goodness gracious. This score line from these two teams, specifically Alaska, who's averaging 34 points a game, to come away with 12 in this game is actually going to be enough to win them likely this game just because of the defensive battle this contest was tonight.
Only chance the Aztecs really have is if Daggs returns this kick and there's still time left on the clock. And you're right, the wind definitely blowing right to left tonight as Daggs from deep in his end zone. I don't even know why. Why waste the 5 seconds? I mean, even if you score from that far away, the time's going to be gone. And now Mexico City virtually no chance.
Well, certainly the Aztecs scrambling just from all the things that happened in this game. And, boy, just what a great battle we saw tonight between these two teams, Cam.
And the Storm, despite being held at just 12 points, averaging 34 this season, as Wilson just dumps it off, Mexico City looks lost and bewildered by what happened to them at home tonight. No home cooking whatsoever, and Alaska gets win number 16 in a row in one of the most gut-wrenching games. Mexico City just 187 yards of offense and did not take any advantage over 5 turnovers.
Yeah, uncharacteristically, those 5 turnovers came from Ron Cochran tonight, and the Aztecs offense just really wasn't able to support their defense. And look, they played really well tonight, and they really kept the Alaska Storm stars, Cochran, Dominguez, for the most part, their wide receiver core is so talented. I don't think we heard from Robert Merrill, but maybe once tonight. And despite all of those things going the Aztecs' way, they still can't generate enough offense to really put them into this game.
As we said in the first documentary, the SFL wants it to hurt because that means you care. And this one, I can't think of a more painful loss. You lose Ray Bentley, the terrible clipping call that flipped field position. Yep. Otherwise, it'd be 9-3, right?
Right.
The successful Alaska challenge, the first down move of the chains on the questionable call on whether or not it was a catch or not. Just
so
on
many passes to the out of bounds.
Yeah. On and on and on. But Alaska, I mean, it's just a stellar game plan again. They're the cream of the crop.
Yeah, and their top performer tonight, Optimus Prime, 7 catches, 109 yards. Really came to play tonight. Had to Optimus climb that ladder a lot tonight. It was their most consistent catcher. But this game was really all about defense and 2 stellar defenses going head-to-head.
Thanks to everybody who tuned in for Fan Night. Week 9 is around the corner. That means just 5 weeks left. And we'll be unveiling some rookie information soon as well. We're coming back down to it. Playoffs just around the corner. For Stephen Mullinex and the rest of our SFL crew, thanks for everybody who contributes on a weekly basis to this league. What a ride. Wave goodbye. Right, Stephen?
Wave goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Really good.